I'd love to see where you took it because I don't think I haven't been following the more recent stuff and with the hashtag. I was wondering if you own the hashtag or like, own the hashtag vote bitch and all the stuff that's tagged there is
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by owned. I mean, I certainly dominate the hashtag. It
yeah,
actually
so a lot of the
matters.
stuff we see there is your work. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And people, people have cottoned on to it, but not so much. So usually, and it's certainly become a thing. Where can I take you here? It actually matters. This is the it actually matters hashtag, and this is kind of where it went from here. Um, well, I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself, but people, people post my stuff on it, and they repost things of mine. Where I took it was after I figured out in 2018, 2019, it's like, wow, I don't actually want to keep doing this stuff after the election's over. So I stopped. I stopped with this one.
That's amazing.
And then I just got tired. I really didn't start up until the February of God, what was it? It's been a long year, guys.
Oh yeah, the decade
it was time to kick back
2020.
up. Back up for the midterms. It was time to kick back up for the midterms, and I started. Okay, what am I going to do now? And I figured I had this please clean up after your democracy that had done pretty well. We put out between myself and let's get the right graphic for that, shall we? Between myself and I don't know how far it went exactly because one thing with the stuff is that you can't quite track it. But I know that we put up about 40 around the Bay Area in California where I live. And those got a lot of love and attention. But I also posted it online on artbitch.co, which is the which is a website that I created to go along with this. And you can download stuff for free there, along with very specific instructions for how to make your own sign. So people did print them out, and they got as far as Portland, Oregon. There were ones photographed there, and there were also ones photographed in Philadelphia. Wow. and New York City. So that was pretty cool. And those were those were just people who found the site and printed them out and made them themselves. And then, people said, I don't know, I saw this on the Philadelphia train.
It has legs. That's amazing.
So that was pretty fun. But after that, I didn't start back up until a little over a year ago. And started thinking, what else can I do? What else can I do? I want to find some other stuff to do, not just repeat myself. Got to keep moving. So came up with this idea, and very quickly, showing my process there. It's good to have a color printer. This stuff gets expensive, and figuring out how can I make this so that it looks really real, and then. This isn't actually real. It was a comp, but I wanted to see how it would do.
Wow.
So you see, this was February 19th of last year. It was a little hard to tell because I didn't realize, and now I do, that when you have had a handle go dormant for a couple of years, you have to warm the account back up. And I didn't know that. I spent quite a few days in Instagram jail, as I like to call it.
Oh yeah, that's another one of those mysterious algorithm.
Yeah,
quirks.
it's like, all right, you're clearly something's wrong with you, and so I spent quite a bit of time in Instagram jail. But I did finally get the piece up. This this ladder is too short, but we did finally get it up and we actually got it out there. And, not a lot of likes. So again, that was a lot of work for not many likes. So that was disappointing. But you have to move forward. Tried this one and hey, went from
Oh yeah.
53 likes to 233. So that made me feel like I had a winner. So this is a real thing. This is just a graphic, but gee, maybe I could do something with this and put it out in the real world.
Get off fast.
Of course, it didn't get as many likes as this one.
Hot air.
And
right,
then and then this one, and it's just like God damn it.
That's 600. Yeah, that's
put in a celebrity and say some curse words and you're golden. Right?
Well, you're finding some patterns, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a repost, so again, you're building your platform. This was mine. It did okay, not great. I was trying.
I like their high concept. It's great.
Yeah,
thank
I love
you.
the concept.
This is taking off on something very beautiful by Emory Douglas, and I was just trying everything. Then I made this, and that was for a measure, a local measure that we had in town. It turns out that if you put paper on poster board and put it up and leave it overnight, it's going to get moisture on it and start wrinkling on you. So that was kind of a big fail.
Material guerrilla tactic notes.
Yeah, but look, I mean, my partner like put these badass bolts on them and everything. It looked really real.
Yeah, that's like a nice touch. Talk about something that just enhances it very simply.
So
I kind of like its new look though. Kind of looks like a sponge. I'm sure it got a lot of attention because people are like, what is that? You have to take a second glance to look at the new material that it became into. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Throw in a curse word and you'll up your votes by 200%.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
That one's nice and graphic though.
I made this. I was really tickled with it because it's David. Get it? This is one of those things where you have to test it with people. A lot of people just didn't get it. It's David, and he slew the giant.
Goliath. Yeah. Oh,
right,
no,
David and Goliath.
Didn't get it until you said it.
Yeah, I worked so hard on it, and a friend of mine said, "Wait, it just looks like classical art to me." And I'm sorry you can't see me smacking my head.
It's great the more you think about it, actually. Yeah, it's just we're too stupid, including myself.
Right, but it's not that instant read, right? I was really happy with this, and the rest of the world was not. So that was it was really disappointing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think I'll wear that on a shirt. This looks great.
Did this one. Did okay. And then I figured Jane had done well for me. Let's try her again. Yeah, she wasn't as popular as she had been the first
Even
time.
a repost.
But yeah, I've since come to realize the pandemic was a big deal, but it was really bugging me in the beginning.
I like that.
Hey, you only have to be right, that day, right?
Yeah, I like that sentiment.
Yeah. I made this. It did okay. I think the problem with this was that, I kept trying things, you're right. I mean, you try a lot of stuff, and you try 50 ideas, and maybe 2 of them have traction. It's frustrating, but you just have to keep going. So I was tickled with this one, but I think a lot of people thought maybe the government is watching you. You know, it didn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't. I meant the government is being really incompetent about COVID, and we're watching them, and we're going to vote in November, but it wasn't clear enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's like too dense of a message. I love the COVID stencil. That's the coolest.
Thank you.
These are all.
They take me like a day. They take me like a day. Each one takes me a day to do. It's like I do work at them.
That's a good message too, because like talk about incompetent, that there weren't masks being handed out on the street by the National Guard or something. That's what was driving me crazy back then.
Acting like it wasn't a thing and it was just going to go away, and man, that drives you crazy. Didn't do nearly as well as this one.
Toilet paper. That's on brand too. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's all politics. It's all politics. I did make this one that went over like a lead balloon, but I was trying. We needed, what did we need? Respirators and masks and PPE. So I made this one. I even purchased the photo so that I could use it. God.
I like all the experimentations.
Yeah.
A lot of experimentation. People like this one more.